So recently, I came to a realization. Okay. You ready? Sonic Mania is the Sonic 2. Let me explain. Mania and 2 both have Oil Ocean, and they both suck total ass. Nobody likes Oil Ocean, period, in the story. You want more proof? They both also have Chemical Plant. But wait, Plymouth, I hear you say, so did Generations and Forces. Here's the thing. Gens had modern Chemical Plant and classic Chemical Plant. Forces had Chemical Plant. It's two chemical plants in the same name, so it's a different stage. It had Chemical Plant Network Terminal, and lastly, Chemical Plant Spaceport. What do Sonic 2 and Mania have? Chemical Plant Act 1 and 2. I rest my case. 2017 was an interesting year for Sonic. We got two games, Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. If you even glance at my channel, you'll see most of my videos skip to the popular Sonic and Forces, save for some things like the video on voice actors or the Sonic 1 video, both of which, at least from an editing standpoint, were atrocious and I should redo them, but I digress. Forces has been a big thing on this channel, but nothing really has been said about Mania. Better 1,000 years late than never, right? This isn't a traditional review of Mania exactly. I'll still be talking about the game itself, of course, but I have some things to say about the stigma surrounding it and the way it's affected other people. To start off with the game itself, though, Mania is a return to the original classic formula of the Genesis games. It doesn't quite feel like the Genesis titles for me personally, but I also think that's a good thing, as it greatly improves on the feel of those games. Level design also improves, making the majority of platforming sections feel less pace-breaking than past games, which is also helped by the new drop dash. You can charge up a dash after a jump by pressing the button again, taking off of a mini spin dash when landing. It also generally looks better than the classics, mostly due to the abundance of frames in the animation. It's very fluid. Oil Ocean still sucks though, couldn't fix that from Sonic 2 sadly. In fact, I think they made it worse. Though, if there is one thing I have to say about Mania, is that it's not new, or at the very least doesn't feel like it. Mania feels like Star Fox 2 in the sense that, yeah, it was a newly released game, but we were supposed to have it years ago. Like, many years ago. Many people praise Mania about feeling like the classic Saturn game we never got, but if you ask me, that's not a good thing. It doesn't feel like a new game, it feels like I waited too long for an old one. And I'm not saying this because it rehashes old stages, because I really don't give a shit about that. It does nothing to ruin it for me. But just the general visual style, the fact that these kinds of games just stopped being made with no real big event to make it make sense, like with how Sonic Next Gen was the last adventure game due to how bad it performed. Not to mention it's just like another classic game. It doesn't really do anything to distinguish itself aside from having the drop dash, and that's about it. Freedom Planet feels like a far newer game than Mania because it feels like a classic game totally revamped. Freedom Planet came out 3 years before Mania. Because of this, I don't feel satisfied getting Mania this year. I feel like I just downloaded an old game off the Virtual Console. Now, regarding the stigma and mindset this game has given people, after Mania's release, everyone turned attention to Forces and many were just waiting for it to fail. The negativity for Forces skyrocketed and people began to act cynical about it all. Anyone who already had doubts about Forces started getting worse. Oh, this? Don't worry about it, it's just a random visual. Is Mania better than Forces? Me personally, I have a bias to modern games and really love Forces, but Mania is probably still better as a game. My lord, this year has brought out the worst in everyone as far as Sonic goes. This tweet especially, it just embodies the whole attitude. I don't like saying something is overrated or underrated, because that implies that simply because I like or dislike something, a majority thinking something different shouldn't happen. But what I will say is I don't agree that Mania is a revolution or a masterpiece, but I do think it's a very well made game and one many people can appreciate. Hey everyone, I hope your holiday season's going well. I've even prepared my New Year's resolution. It's making that 06 video I said I would make 2 months ago. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'm excited to get more out for you guys. Let me know your thoughts. My name's Plymouth. Have a good one.